Quique Setien's goal was to force Real Madrid to mark multiple players at once. So he had Arthur and Busquets play as deep-lying midfielders, while Vidal and De Jong were told to advance up the field. Real Madrid took on Barcelona at Santiago Bernabeu and ended up winning by 2 goals. However, Barcelona did very well as they kept finding ways through Real Madrid and had a comfortable majority of possession for pretty much the whole game. So how did they lose by 2 goals to Real Madrid? In this video, we'll take a look at why Barcelona struggled to score a goal, even though they were able to play through Real Madrid on a regular basis, and what exactly did Real Madrid do to win by 2 goals. Zidane stuck to the same tactics he's been using against stronger teams ever since he came back. Barcelona, on the other hand, had a managerial change a couple months before this match took place, with Quique Setien replacing Ernesto Valverde. Since then, the new Barcelona manager has been playing 4-3-3 as per tradition. But in the few matches he played 4-4-2, Barcelona won big every time. So Quique Setien decided to go with 4-4-2. By the way, to execute Quique Setien's plan, it was crucial to play as 4-4-2 instead of 4-3-3. That's because Barcelona wanted to have total control over possession, which they were able to achieve in this match. Quique Setien's goal was to force Real Madrid to mark multiple players at once. So he had Arthur and Busquets play as deep-lying midfielders, while Vidal and De Jong were told to advance up the field into their respective half spaces. It was mainly Vidal who was given the freedom to advance up the field, as De Jong regularly came back on the left side. This is because Vidal was specifically tasked to disrupt Real Madrid's defensive shape. Setien wanted Vidal to play in between the lines, since he knew Zidane would go with the same formation he always chooses when facing a strong team, which is a variation of his usual 4-3-3. Zidane's tactics deserve a video on its own, so I'll keep it brief for now. When pressing, Real Madrid tried to keep their opponents from rotating to the opposite side by cutting passing lane to the ball far center back. Then a nearby player presses while covering the passing lane to the player he was marking. And so, Setien's decision to have 3 midfielders deep while one advances up the field starts making sense. The 3 midfielders who are deep occupy 3 Real Madrid players. Since Casemiro has to worry about Messi, Real Madrid have a huge gap behind the midfield line with no one to cover the space. And if Marcelo came up, he would simultaneously have to worry about Vidal being open inside and Semedo exploiting space by the sideline. This resulted in Marcelo leaving both players open, allowing Barcelona to exploit the huge gap without much trouble. Vidal's role was allowing Barcelona to advance their build-up play all the way to the final third. Notice how Busquets starts making his way into the pocket of space near him before Vidal even receives the pass. Messi and Vidal then targeted Casemiro, forcing him to mark 2 players at the same time, and waited for him to make a move before passing it through the newly vacated space. As I mentioned before, Barcelona were able to penetrate Real Madrid's shape on a regular basis, but only until they reached the final third. That is where Vidal's role stopped being effective. This is because of how Real Madrid reacted as soon as Barcelona got close to the final third. In order to take care of the threat posed by Barcelona's fullbacks, Vinicius Jr. and Valverde tracked back on their respective sides to become wingbacks temporarily. This allowed the 4 defenders to stay inside and focus solely on Barcelona's forwards, giving them the freedom to close down any open player in between the lines without worrying about leaving space in behind. Since Messi was having a difficult time getting on the ball in between the lines, he started dropping deep to get involved. But that is exactly what Real Madrid wanted, as now they had the most dangerous opposition player far away from their box. So it's no wonder why Barcelona's creativity suffered in the final third. As soon as Real Madrid dispossessed Barcelona, they had to bypass Barcelona's gegenpress press if they wanted to hold on to possession. Zidane was prepared for that. If Real Madrid were getting too compressed on one side, Zidane wanted them to switch the play to the other side right away. Usually it was towards the right wing, where Valverde held his position right by the sideline while Benzema was in the half space nearby. Then Benzema dropped deep to provide support while Carvajal overlapped Valverde. This particular routine was repeated every time the ball was rotated to the right side, because not only does this routine allow Real Madrid to keep the ball moving so they don't get trapped and eventually lose the ball, but it also allows them to create opportunities to get in behind Barcelona. Notice how Benzema drops deep as soon as Carvajal is passed to. Benzema, having a passing lane open, drags Alba out of position. Meanwhile, Valverde starts making a run in behind even before Benzema receives the ball. Benzema dropping into half spaces to provide support actually played a huge part in Real Madrid's first goal of the game, which came in the 71st minute. As Benzema dragged Semedo out of position, Vinicius Jr. was able to exploit the space in behind, who does so brilliantly as he sneaks the ball past Ter Stegen at the near post, giving Real Madrid the lead. Real Madrid stayed in the driving seat, and towards the end of the match, Mariano Diaz replaced Benzema. 30 seconds after that substitution, Mariano manages to increase the lead, ensuring Real Madrid came out on top. Although Quique Setien had well thought out tactics, Zidane knew how to nullify Barcelona and targeted their weaknesses more effectively. Who do you think had better tactics, Barcelona or Real Madrid? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, share it with someone you know. Follow me on social media, links in description.